If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Luckily, the road to community energy is clear and it has a glorious end. My community energy road started in October 2011 and it ended in June of 2018 this year with the formation of the Solana Energy Alliance, our local community energy program. This program is now up and running, and it is the only program in the county of San Diego as a community energy program. So why did I devote 7 years of my time to this road? Number one, I was very angry in October 2011. In October 2011, the local utility decided that it was going to tax the surplus electrons coming off of a solar system that were then exported onto the grid, which the utility then sold to its neighbor. So this is what is referred to as double dipping. Number two, I had a fearless friend. The environmental conscience and leadership of Solana Beach was Dr. Jack Hagenauer. He made it clear that community, Solana Beach and yours, must do what? It must end the use of fossil fuels. He was a friend and a mentor. He used his knowledge of the danger of increasing greenhouse gases to help convince the city of Solana Beach that it must adopt a community energy program. And it did. And we are no longer on the timetable of the local utility for reaching 100% renewable energy. 3, community choice energy is better than no choice. And 4, with a community energy program that is a not-for-profit, the community enjoys a new set of social benefits from the surpluses of the sale of electricity. Those surpluses stay in the community to advance the community's mission, infrastructure, and social welfare. The road included all communities in San Diego, not just Solana Beach. There were challenges and there were setbacks. Along with a local energy leader, I formed the San Diego Energy District. We created a board, we sought out volunteers, and we created a mission of education, and we took that on the road everywhere in San Diego. On the roadways of community energy in California, business executives, activists, elected leaders, they all teamed up. Lancaster, Sonoma, both launched beautiful community energy programs. In June of 2010, the County of Marin fired up the first community energy program in the state of California, in spite of fierce opposition from the local utility. In San Diego today, scores of activists advocate for community energy, from Santee to Oceanside to Escondido, and especially in the city of San Diego, where it has a 100% renewable energy commitment by 2035. And notably, the Climate Action Campaign, a nonprofit, has become recognized as a national leader for its work on community energy formation and climate action policy. So why, after 7 years, is Solana Beach the only city in the county of San Diego with a community energy plan? I think I have an answer. First, we have to understand the powers of the local utility as a natural monopoly. You're looking at what our cities used to look like at the turn of the century. Then electricity was new, and companies were stringing electric wires all over the place, hot and dangerous. Electrocution was the leading cause of death. To impose safety and order, the United States government enshrined into law the concept, the notion of a natural monopoly. In a single stroke of the pen, the law of the land became that one and only one company would own the electric wires in a community. The privilege of being a natural monopoly is in the DNA of every electric local utility. By law, this utility will never have competition. As a monopoly, the government is responsible for protecting you, the consumer, in principle. Electric utilities cherish their monopoly status. Who wouldn't? And when the monopoly is private, not publicly owned, the utility does what? It maximizes its shareholder value to the detriment of you, the customer. The era of the telephone monopoly is in the rearview mirror. Innovation reigns. Why do we not use a rotary phone, and why do we use this? Because the telephone monopoly came to an end 50 years ago. By contrast, the electric utility stands strong today on this natural monopoly law. The generation and use of electricity has changed little in the last 100 years. A local utility will also extend its monopoly, such as it will own the generation of electricity like a nuclear power plant. Extensions also may include restricting you, the consumer, in competing with a natural monopoly, as it did in 2011 when our local utility proposed taxing surplus electrons that went off of the solar system and onto the electric grid. Those electrons would have competed with the local utility. In a free market economy, the local utility plays with an outsized advantage. In California, we have rules and referees. We have in California a community energy law dating back to 2002. And also, we have a very strong Public Utilities Commission. So here is why I believe Solana Beach is the only city to have a community energy program in the county of San Diego. We were very careful not to vilify the local utility as the enemy. Sure, it was an opponent, as in a soccer match, but never did we foul and call the utility our enemy. That mistake was made elsewhere in the county of San Diego. And subsequently, the local utility, teaming up with its parent, has been on a warlike footing in San Diego County, opposing community energy. And this marketing effort has been very successful. In fact, for several years, the county of San Diego considered community energy and just recently abandoned it, and it did so as a result of this effective lobbying. Okay, we need to get into the weeds a little bit about exactly what is community energy and how does it work. So follow me, please, and look at the diagram on the screen. There are three moving parts, as you can see. The community program on the left is your program that procures clean, green, and affordable electricity. The local utility is in the middle, and it is responsible for the delivery of those electrons to you, the consumer, on the right. And you are the winner on the right in Solana Beach as a result of the delivery of your clean, affordable electrons on the left. As you can see in the picture, the local utility is your partner. It is the man in the middle. It is responsible for the delivery of those electrons from your community energy program to you, the consumer. It is, in Solana Beach, a win-win-win. So rule number one of community energy formation: do not turn the local utility into your enemy. The local utility is strong, it is bigger, and it will become a fierce adversary. Rule number two: form a championship team. To get the community energy program off the ground, the team that, and in the squiggly road that I was on, I had 4 phenomenal sets of champions. The first were the local activists in Solana Beach. This was the Clean and Green Committee, which had a significant success under its belt. We were the first city in the county of San Diego to ban the single-use plastic bag. It was to this committee that I reported every month the status of community energy in the state of California as well as in San Diego. Number 2, we had in the assistant manager of Solana Beach an advocate for the environment. 3, we had city leaders who took it upon themselves to learn about community energy law by attending conferences here in San Diego as well as elsewhere in California. And lastly, California has a community energy law. Like New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Ohio, and Illinois, our law provided us the vehicle, the legal right to establish a community energy program. If you do not have that law, your community energy program is doomed by the opposition of the electric local utility, especially if it is investor-owned. Rule number 3, follow the golden rule. Do no harm to others. In working to launch the community energy program of Solana Beach, my heart and my mind had a vision. I want to see my grandchildren living at peace in a social and environmental equilibrium, a steady state. If we destroy the environment, society collapses. Drought, sea level rise, ocean acidification will undo us. Social order will disintegrate. Extinction will threaten our very species. So, gather your community around a clean energy and freshwater future. You have the time and the talent. I urge you to address today's environmental challenges as an activist, as a strategist, as a leader. Follow the community energy road. Thank you.